Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week we look at words and phrases used when learning about UK summer weather forecasts. Don't forget to like our video and to subscribe to our channel, and stay until the end to test your knowledge by taking our quiz. Anyway, let's start with the first word. The first phrase this week is 10-day trend. So we'll take a look at the definition and look at how we could get an example of 10-day trend into a sentence. But first, let's try and pronounce 10-day trend. 10-day trend. And again, 10-day trend. Excellent. So now we've learnt about the pronunciation, let's now take a look at how we would define a 10-day trend. This is the weather forecast for every day 10 days into the future. That's interesting. So how could we put this into a sentence? Well, let's take a look with the example. The 10-day trend was very helpful for John, as he was planning on taking a 2-day holiday next week. Our second phrase in the video is meteorological spring. So, as ever, let's delve into the definition, followed by an example of where we can use meteorological spring. But first, let's try and tackle this difficult word by looking at the pronunciation. Meteorological spring. And again, meteorological spring. Great. So now we've tackled this difficult pronunciation, let's take a look at the definition. The 31st of May is the last day of spring, according to meteorologists. These are weather scientists. Excellent. So now let's put the meteorological spring into an example sentence. Alice always looked forward to the 1st of June and the start of meteorological summer. The next phrase this week is elements of summer weather. What does this mean? Well, we'll take a look at the definition and how to use this phrase in a sentence. But first of all, let's learn how to pronounce elements of summer weather. Elements of summer weather. And again, elements of summer weather. Great. So now let's take a look at the definition. The weather will have some parts of summer weather, such as higher temperatures or sunny days. That's interesting. So let's learn a little more about this phrase by looking at an example sentence. Clive hoped that his holiday in Scarborough would have some elements of summer weather. Our penultimate word this week is a hint of autumn. So let's delve into the definition and let's see how we put this into a sentence. But first, let's take a look at how we pronounce a hint of autumn. A hint of autumn. Great. And again, a hint of autumn. Fantastic. So let's see how we now define a hint of autumn. This is when the weather shows some parts of autumn weather, such as wind, cooler temperatures, or rain. Very good. So now let's take a look at the example we can use for a hint of autumn. Amy takes her holiday at the end of August and is always sad when she sees a hint of autumn in the weather. Our final phrase this week is longer range forecast. Now, how do we define this and how would we put this into an example sentence? Well, we'll find out all of these after we've taken a look at the pronunciation a little more closely. Long range forecast. Great. Let's look at it again. Long range forecast. Excellent. So now we can move on to examining the definition. This is a weather forecast which looks further ahead into the future and can keep some accuracy in the weather forecast. That's interesting. So let's develop this a little further by looking at an example. Longer range forecasts cannot be as accurate as short range forecasts, as many things can change over time. Now it is time to test your knowledge with our weekly quiz to see how much of today's lesson you can remember. We will ask you 3 questions on the vocabulary we have learnt in this video. What date is the meteorological end of spring? Would it be A, the 31st of March, B, the 30th of April, or C, the 31st of May? And the correct answer is the 31st of May. Question number 2. Which is an element of summer weather? Would it be A, high temperature, B, windy weather, or C, beautiful sunsets? And the correct answer for question 2 is A, high temperature. Question number 3. Which condition shows a hint autumn is coming? Would it be A, high temperature, B, cooler days, or C, long periods of sunshine? And the correct answer for number 3 is B, cooler days. Let us know in the comments below how you did in this week's quiz, and congratulations if you got all 3 questions correct. Thank you for joining us again today. If you have any questions about the video, or would like us to explain a term for you from any context, then please post your question in the comments box below. We are always happy to help. Don't forget to like our video to help us gain more viewers and to expand our channel in order to provide you for joining us again today experience possible. If you have any questions, why not hit this video, subscribe button, or and would like bell notification icon a term so you never miss from any of our future videos. Then please post your question next week in the comments box at words and phrases we are always happy a trip to Barcelona. Don't forget to like our video. Anyway, to help us thank you once again for joining us this week to improve our channel. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Enjoy a better experience. Why not press the subscribe button and bell notification icon so you never miss one of our future videos. Next week, we will be looking at words and phrases related to the summer weather. Thank you for joining us today,